Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers the importance of dash cams and features two videos from the channels of Tigger Maddie and Sean Chabajan. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve. Before we get into the episode, many viewers have asked for recommendations for dash cams. I personally use the Blackview DR900S 2-channel IR model, along with the 4K Ultra HD front-facing camera, which features a full resolution of over 8 million pixels. The 2-channel package also includes a wide-angle infrared interior camera, which can maintain excellent recording quality in extremely low light conditions. This package includes built-in GPS that monitors both speed and location, and also features a built-in speaker, impact sensor, and motion detector. The DR900S allows you to download recordings straight to your phone via the onboard dual-band Wi-Fi and offers a cloud service which can be accessed from anywhere in the world at any time. To power the DR900S, I use the Blackview PowerMagic Easy Kit, which connects directly to your car's OBD port and offers intelligent parking monitoring and battery discharge prevention. I highly recommend Blackview's products and use them myself every day. Now let's dive right in and audit the interactions. This first video comes to us from Tigger Maddie's channel and shows Miss Maddie test driving a vehicle from her husband's car lot, where she is stopped by a Montgomery County Sheriff's deputy in Montgomery County, Texas.
Are you pulling me over?
Miss Maddie's first mistake is instinctively removing her seatbelt. Without a dash cam to prove that she just removed it herself, this action essentially hands an officer reasonable suspicion for the stop on a silver platter. Without evidence, whether or not Miss Maddie was wearing a seatbelt is debatable and boils down to her word against the officers in court. After being pulled over, it is best to remain still, turn on your interior light, and place your hands on the steering wheel until instructed otherwise by the officer. Do not do anything that will aid the officer's suspicions or further justify the stop. Miss Maddie acknowledges her mistake to the officer.
I just took my seatbelt off as a habit. Yeah, I just took this off, just so you know. I wasn't driving without this habit. Huh?
That's the reason you're being stopped.
No, I just took it off.
Miss Maddie is attempting to be honest with the officer, but the officer takes advantage of her honesty and considers it an admission of guilt. As noted earlier in the video, the officer passed Miss Maddie going in the opposite direction and could not have had a better view of the seatbelt if that's what he was looking for. It is important to never give an officer more information than is absolutely necessary, and Miss Maddie's quick defense only served to arm the officer with reasonable suspicion. Without her dashcam, Miss Maddie would have no evidence to support her claim, but her nervous and defensive body language could have been used as evidence to justify the officer's suspicion.
I swear to God, it's habit. Yeah. I wasn't speeding.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. The reason you're being stopped today because you can have the seatbelt on.
No, I just took it off. I swear to God, I have a camera. I have a camera. I can play it for you. Because it's habit. When I stop the car and put it in park, I take it off.
There you go. Thank you. Is this your car?
Yeah.
What do you have to do that?
Because my husband owns a dealership.
Okay. So, does that mean you can just put dealer tags on any vehicle that you own?
No, we're going to sell it.
Usually whenever for a dealer or if they're showing the vehicle, which is neither of the
It's
not neither case right now, correct?
Notice that once Miss Maddie pointed out her dash cam, that the officer decided to focus on a different aspect of the stop. According to the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles website, a dealer tag can in fact be used by the dealer's family or employees for personal use. This officer frankly doesn't know what he's talking about and is presenting his speculations about dealer tags as facts.
No, he's gonna sell it. I'm just test driving it.
Are you now? Okay, but you just said this is your car.
No, it's, of course, I'm driving it, so I have to have insurance on it and stuff.
Okay, you said this is your car. I asked you if this is your vehicle, and you said yes. But there shouldn't be a reason why you should have a dealer tag on there just because your husband.
Well, right now I'm driving it, so it's not like. Do you want me to call my husband? You can talk to him.
I'll go off of what you told me. You told me that this is your vehicle. You still live on Country Place Road?
Yeah.
All right, bring it back with you.
Uh-huh.
Here you go. Make sure you wear your seatbelt also.
I swear I was wearing.
Make sure you also start driving cars at this time.
Huh?
Dealer tag. Put a real tag on your vehicle, not dealer tag. Okay.
Okay, but I swear I have. Okay.
The officer left the scene without issuing Miss Maddie any citations. This interaction is a testament to the power of a dash cam because without it, this officer could have initiated a lengthy court battle based purely on inaccurate information and misinterpretation of the law. The next video from Sean Trabajan's channel also centers around an officer's misinterpretation of the law and perfectly demonstrates the accountability a dash cam offers when officers are uncooperative and misinformed.
How you doing? Is it possible to roll down these back windows here?
They work.
What's that?
They work, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one
Roll
in
it
here.
up. It's still sprinkling. Copy.
What agency are you identified with?
Fresno Police Department, Officer Lamelli. The reason we're stopping you is you got yellow lights to the front. You can't modify the lighting equipment that the vehicle comes with.
Okay.
It's got to be, you can't alter it. You have your license and registration?
I do.
Okay. Did you buy it from the dealership like that?
I got it like that, yeah.
From the dealership?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you headed to?
Home. The registration's
Still on
in
Woodward there?
Yep.
All right. Current insurance? Was that?
I've been cited for this before and was not guilty of anything when I went to court. Got the money back, got paperwork for it. I was stopped.
The vehicle code actually
right
says
down
you
on-
can't alter the lighting of your car if it alters the performance of the vehicle. So I don't know if you can tell up front here. See all these cars driving with white lights? When you do yellow lights to the front, it actually alters the performance of lights.
Is that what it is?
It does.
There's what I cited for. There's the refund check.
Okay, that's fine.
And this
I don't know
vehicle, this vehicle code right here says they can be white or yellow right here.
California Vehicle Code 25950 clearly states that emitted light from all lamps and reflectors visible from in front of a vehicle can be white or yellow. Mr. Trabajan has already been stopped multiple times for his headlights and proved in a municipal court that his headlights are legal and is more than well prepared for this interaction. Mr. Trabajan has the court documents and the exact statute on hand ready to show Officer Lamelli, but the officer's ego won't let him go that easy.
Yeah, it's not that section there. That just applies to lights. Your headlights are white. That's what the dealership, they install white lights to the front. There you go.
Well, this includes headlights here. It says the light emitted from all lamps and the reflected light from all reflectors visible from the front of a vehicle shall be white or yellow.
Yeah. However, you can alter the lights if it alters the performance that of the lighting equipment.
I didn't do that.
Well, if they're yellow, it alters it. Yellow light is not the same as white
You're
light.
saying I altered them. I didn't alter anything.
What's that?
You're saying I altered them.
When you buy it, you're required to maintain your vehicle up to California standards.
What
So if
Which
you
I
bought
believe,
if you bought it from the dealership like that,
I believe I have been following the law here, according to the paperwork I have, and according to me going to the court.
let's see if I can give you the section here.
I was unable to locate any statute which prohibits the modification of headlights to affect their performance. There is no such statute in the California Vehicle Code, and it is very likely that Officer Lamelli is misinformed. Mr. Chabajian has made every effort to dispel the officer's concerns, and by refusing to acknowledge the court documents, this officer is effectively saying that the judge is wrong. A courtroom offers the judge a chance to review all relevant statutes, ordinances, and case law that applies to the case at hand. And if the statute that Officer Lamelli is looking for exists, then a judge certainly would have taken it into consideration before issuing the ruling that the lights were legal.
Give me 1 sec, all right?
All right.
My partner's going to check your license, make sure it's all valid. So.
I just went through this like 2 weeks ago with LeBlue, right here, probably 200 yards from here.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's a different section that he cited you for.
He didn't cite me.
That section doesn't apply to altering the performance of the headlights.
LeBlue looked it up, he couldn't find anything, he let me go.
Well, good for him.
Officer Lamelli now believes that he has a greater understanding of the legalities surrounding this interaction than both a municipal judge and multiple fellow officers, including the head of his district and a watch commander. Officer Lamelli's pride and ego are clouding his ability to objectively perform his duties and uphold the language of the law instead of his personal interpretations of the law.
All right, give me just a second. I'll get that for you. But if you bought it like that, that's why I asked if you bought it like that from the dealership. You did. I said you should go back and tell them that you have to have white lights.
I've made a diligent effort to make sure that these lights were lawful.
Did the vehicle come with yellow lights from the manufacturer?
That I don't know. I bought it this way.
Yeah, probably not. Cars come with the white lights to the front. You can have yellow ambers. That's what that other section refers to. Is you can't have blue lights, green lights as any other lighting to the front of your car. But the car has white lights to the front. If you change them to yellow, or if somebody changes them to yellow, you alter the visibility of the vehicle to the front. That means it alters the performance of the lighting to the front.
Okay, so fog lights can be yellow?
Fog lights, as long as they're the standard as far as your wattage, you're not over on your wattage or anything like that, that's fine. Same with the headlights. There's a maximum and a minimum of wattage. They have to be the same voltage. But the yellow light, as you can see staring out to the front of your car, it alters the visibility. Yellow, I mean, you can barely see the front of your car. So my partner says everything checks out good, so you're good. I'll give you a warning. Just you're saying you're trying to take care of it?
Actually, I'm not. I'd rather leave them that way. I really believe that they're lawful. I went to court on it. I checked with the Sergeant Chandler here at this district. I checked with the watch commander at CHP, and I really, truly believe that they're lawful. If you've taken the time out to stop me for this, if you want to cite me for it, I'd like to get a citation for it so that I can make sure that it's documented properly.
Okay.
So if you can cite me for a vehicle code that's relevant to these headlights, I'd like that, because if I'm not going to be cited for it, this is a complete waste of time. It's a violation of my Fourth Amendment rights to travel freely.
While it could be argued that this stop is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, Officer Lamelli genuinely believes that Mr. Chabajian is committing a violation and most likely would not be held accountable for his actions. In the 2014 case of Hyen v. North Carolina, the Supreme Court held that officers who commit reasonable mistakes in regards to carrying out their duties cannot be held responsible for the greater implications of their misconceptions. The court went on to note that while the maxim, ignorance of the law is no excuse, correctly implies that the state cannot impose punishment based on a mistake of law, it does not mean that a reasonable mistake of law cannot justify an investigatory stop. This ruling grants officers a poorly outlined margin for error that can act as justification for improper traffic stops and indirectly encourages officer ignorance.
But it's not a violation because you committed a violation. That's why I stopped you.
If you tell me I committed a violation, I'd like to be cited for it, please. I've already been cited for it, and it was deemed lawful.
Okay.
So please go ahead and cite me for it. I'll wait patiently for that.
Okay. Well, that's your option. That's your request. Okay?
I'd like the citation so I can go to court and do the same process again. Therefore, I prove that I'm being targeted and harassed by Fresno PD over the same issue several times. This is the seventh time I've been pulled over for this.
I've never stopped you. I have no idea who you are.
I said Fresno PD and not you.
Okay.
So I'd like a citation, that way I can handle it properly.
Well, you're saying that Fresno PD is targeting you. I am with Fresno PD. I cannot target you if I don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you.
Okay.
As Mr. Chabajian said, it is the Fresno Police Department that is acting negligently by stopping him multiple times without taking steps to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Officer Lamelli may not be individually responsible for a targeted stop, but the department has made no effort to inform its officers of the proper legalities surrounding this interaction, and Mr. Chabajian is being victimized as a result. It is unclear whether the officer's refusal to issue a citation is because of his ego or because a citation would serve as the foundation for a legal battle with the officer and the department as a whole. Fortunately for Mr. Chabajian, the dashcam footage of this interaction could be used as evidence of harassment in a lawsuit.
So
Can I please have the citation so I can be on my way?
You're free to go now.
I'd like a citation, otherwise this is
I'm giving you a verbal warning.
Okay, I'd like an apology for the violation of my rights from being unlawfully detained here for this amount of time.
You're not being unlawfully detained.
So am I free to go?
A warning.
Am I free to go?
Headlights. Yes, you are.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, drive safely. Watch your speed too.
Mr. Chabajian leaves the scene without being issued a ticket, but with enough evidence to make a case for harassment and negligence in a courtroom thanks to his dashcam. Mr. Chabajian later noted that he would not be pursuing legal action against the department or Officer Lamelli. Dashcams offer an unparalleled level of transparency and security when it comes to police interactions. Many traffic infractions are based purely on an officer's observations and perception. Dashcams level the playing field for drivers and allow citizens to dispute the claims of officers and offer up just as much, if not more, evidence for both sides of the story. The days of conjuring up false traffic violations to justify pulling over innocent civilians are long gone, and a new level of transparency, accountability, and civilian safety is dawning in the wake of the prevalent use of dash cameras. The security and peace of mind offered by a dash cam can be equated to an alarm system on your home or vehicle, and investing in a dashcam now could potentially save you money and perhaps even your life in the future. Let us know if there's an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more police interaction content.